Okay, so I'm not crazy, and sound and music is super quiet in this game. I guess it's not bad. This is about where I want it. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices.
Um, Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? That's a good question, Phoenix. What the fuck is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. So basically, we have one victim, quote unquote, that died in two places at the same time. In two different ways. I think he was stabbed in both circumstances, but I think with a different knife.
What's this and the evidence room part? Prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're gonna try and find out.
Alright, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us.
Okay. February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do and I trust her.
That's the second time she's responded to something that he didn't say out loud. Guys, is this whole chapter a dream? Or is it just that she's the mastermind? Both are possible conclusions. Big words for a high school student.
Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the
water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Oh, what's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Luminol.
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water.
Yeah, it takes a lot more than that, like bleach.
Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things?
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press space to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains.
Hey, look. There's some blood. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a blood stain?
It's so... Ugh.
No, it's semen. Emma, you're shaking.
This is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course?
What's odd about this, scientifically? Let's go with the amount of blood. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this.
Oh, hey, Mr. Wright. I'm going to mark up the floor plans where we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah. This stuff's pretty handy, too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
I guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious.
Ah. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr. You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house.
Sorry, it's just that kind of lead and doesn't really get my mouth watering. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go.
Well, you know, there where something might go down.
That was horrible. Oh, God. Just what kind of world do you think we live in? Wait, how? Did you take a look at this?
You?
Yes.
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite!
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
I'd like to put you in a different tight spot. My apologies, Ms. Star, but...
No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah! I swear it on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman.
I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me. They coughed it up.
Coughed it up.
They confessed.
Ugh. Ugh.
They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
And you were let go? Or fired?
I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today.
So... unnecessary flashback drink?
It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident.
SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Alright, that's fine.
What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 case? Incident? Okay.
If you think about it, I could have taken that foot picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem, Ms. Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time. But you're getting no information out of her. I guess now we can.
That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be...
Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department, Security Detail, Officer Jake Marshall.
Wait, security detail. Ooh. Things just got spicy.
As professional detectives, we investigate that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
You haven't forgotten SL9.
There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate.
Ms. Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection. So, Rookie.
What?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes.
Then you should take this.
A Salisbury steak lunch.
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood.
Miss Star. Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. Where could we find him? Maybe here? February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all.
So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is.
It's like a kid at an amusement park.
Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look.
Oh, here we go. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime.
It sure seems that way. Oh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
You think?
Look on the floor, a lasso.
Looks like it's set up to trap something.
A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed.
You sure have an active imagination. Yeah, she does.
Yipes, these sure are prickly. It must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
It's cacti, a lot like my sister, actually.
How so?
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
Hey Rogue, welcome to the stream. How you doing, dude? I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. You missed about 40 minutes, I think, grand total. One earlier in the week on like Sunday or Saturday that I only did like for 20 minutes, and then like 20 minutes tonight. Trying to think of what you've missed total. We know that, well, the chief of police showed up and basically told us the reason why they did such a shitty job of investigating the murder in the prosecutor parking lot is because there was a murder in the evidence room of the police station. The victim in both cases is the same person. So that's what we're kind of trying to figure out here. Is why there are two victims that are the same person, or two murders. Also, presumably one of the murders wasn't actually a murder. That's kind of my guess. What we're being led to believe, or if we're not being led to believe it, what I think is going on is that I think the dude was murdered in the evidence lockup and then was moved to the parking lot. But I'm not sure how, why, or by whom in either circumstance.
There's a security guard uniform hanging in here.
It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
Leather jacket, leather pants, leather... What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy. I know, a poochie. Well, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Okay. Long and the short, the dude we're here to talk to isn't here. So... This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please.
What's that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. It's not his house. It's like it's his office. Which we just got access to. That's the first time we've been in there. So you haven't missed anything in that location yet. We actually haven't been officially told it's his office yet, but we're not morons. So... Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Well, I mean, you guys aren't morons. Phoenix is, I am. Gumshoe definitely is. Emma is especially moron.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Oh, poor Gumshoe. That hurt his feelings. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. I just think of that Simpsons meme. You can point out the exact second where his heart broke. Now's no time for despair. He said the word, drink. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need the evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department. Unnecessary flashback drink, by the way.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feel. Or I used to. I don't drink it anymore, because I don't have to, because I don't have a set time I have to wake up. Well, I mean, technically I have to wake up by 3. But if I'm failing to wake up by 3, there are far bigger issues than me needing to drink Monster. Like, maybe I should stop going to bed at 9 a.m. If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I have an idea of who's going to be in the detention center when we get there. And before it's Marshall.
Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
What was that?
So that's what I'm saying. Me a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Wait, it's him? You know, we did notice that he has the cut hand, or the injured hand, so I could see it.